I am bothered by issues that impact the cell of good living we have in Devon and Cornwall. I do not support the badger cull which will be imposed on the southwest shortly after this election and has yet to be officially announced. The police force will be put in an invidious position, having to protect those shooting badgers from protesters. I believe that protesters also have rights, and I am a strong advocate of their freedom to express their concern. I genuinely do not believe that the forthcoming badger cull will stop the spread of TB in cattle. In Wales, they have had much greater success in reducing levels of cattle TB by testing the cattle for TB more frequently. In the Republic of Ireland, they're conducting a field trial into the vaccination of badgers. Cattle vaccination is also an option, though there are clearly problems with it, and it's difficult to distinguish between a vaccinated cow and a diseased carrier. What is certain is that the randomized badger culling trial, the largest experiment of its kind in the world, undertaken to see if TB could be controlled by badger culling, indicated very clearly that badger culling made not one iota of difference when it came to controlling TB. Now, the fact that I oppose badger culling is not going to make one iota of difference with regard to the duty of the police to impose the law. But what I can do, I will do if it comes to that. I will ensure that not only will the right to protest be guaranteed, but also that resources will be secured to tackle wildlife crime. Now, we already have a good record in the Southwest on dealing with wildlife crime, and I am strongly aware of the problems of wildlife crime, but more needs to be done. Our police force obviously places a higher priority, quite clearly, obviously, places a higher priority on human life than on animal life. Nevertheless, levels of wildlife crime are, well, they're close to out of control. Rustling, and I know that's not strictly wildlife crime, but farm crime of that kind impacts animals. Rustling, poaching, including deer taking, animal cruelty, and other forms of animal-associated crime in the Southwest need a new kind of focus. So, and let me just come back again just for a moment to this issue of badger culling. Not a hobby horse. I just want to make one thing clear. It is possible that considerable police resources will have to be diverted to deliver the safeguards required in relation to this issue. If that should prove to be the case, you have my assurance that if elected, an equivalent sum of money will be made available to deal with the wildlife crime issue. That of itself is no justification for the strong position I'm taking on this issue. I'm taking it because I personally believe it is right. I believe we have a duty of care for and a duty to nurture the natural world, just as we have a duty to each other. Future generations will hold us accountable if we fail to deliver.